Okay, maybe you can tell something where we are now.
Okay, I'll wait till we get just into the pit lane.
Yeah.
We have lessons on track today, which is just members of the public driving their own road cars or driving the Ferraris on track. So we'll just slot in with them, keep out of their way, and let you see what the track looks like.
Yeah, nice. Track for cars and motorcycles too?
Cars and bikes, yeah.
Okay.
In the two biggest things that happen here are the British Touring Car Championship and the British Superbike Championship. British Superbike meeting has already been a month ago, and the Touring Car meeting is the first weekend in September. And it's always blue sky, sunshine.
Yeah.
Weather's always like this.
How long is the track?
The track is nearly 1.3 miles long, which is one of the shorter circuits in the UK.
Okay.
But it's one of the busiest. You know, there's 4 or 5 points on a lap you have to get right. And for instance, this year, one of the main, I think the guy that's lying second in the British Superbike Championship, John Hopkins, who's raced Grand Prix bikes all around the world, was up here testing, and then obviously up here racing, and he loved the place, which is quite a good recommendation from a guy that's raced at World Championship level for so long. So into what we call Say It curves, the first corner, which turns in, dips down into the left-hander part through Leslie's. And once you're going quick in a car or a bike, very hard to get slowed down cleanly here before the Scotsman corner. Now the bikes and the cars use a lot of that exit curb before turning into Butchers. So one of the more famous parts of the track, John R. Weir's chicane, quick left, but then it goes right quickly at the top of the hill. And again, and even on a bike, using quite a lot of that exit curve, is very smooth. Up to Carloop corner, off camber on the entry, but once you turn in, tarmac comes back to meet you, so you can carry more speed in there than you think. And a long left-hander, named after Steve Hislop, which on a bike is a bit of a corner, heading towards Real Radio hairpin. Now we'll go in a little slower because we've got somebody just got it wrong here on the exit. So we'll need to watch what he does. Yeah, rear wheel drive. So maybe not used to it. Straight's got a little bit of a kink at the top of the hill. It's the fastest part of the track, but it's not quite straight. And the bikes, the super bikes at the bridge are doing about 160 miles per hour.
So,
right here. Happy to go a little quicker?
Yeah. Okay.
So a little, carrying a wee bit more speed in. You drift a little further to the left, keeping the power on through the left-hander, and then hard to get slowed down cleanly for Scotsman corner. Smoothly on the power. I'm trying not to move your cameras about too much.
Well, it's no problem. It's nice.
Let it drift over to the left half of the road, braking a little bit on the way up the hill before getting back on the power over the top. So although it's a shorter circuit, you can see how busy this section is. And again, carrying a little more speed in here, use a wee bit of the apex curve and even more of that exit curve.
Yeah, there are a lot of nice curves here.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to get in the way of this Ferrari. It would be nice to him. And these are people just having the very first shot around the racetrack.
Okay. So they buy a Ferrari and they want to race.
Well, they actually, it's our Ferrari. We've got 2 of them here.
Okay. Yeah.
So they buy a voucher, come along, they get a couple of laps in one of the road cars, and then out in the Ferrari. So, have you guys got any questions you think are relevant?
It's very good,
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah, good impression. 2 weeks ago I could drive with a career in Zandvoort. In Holland.
Yeah.
And it was nice. They drove a VW Hop with diesel engine in it, and in the curves it was about I think 70 to 90 miles per hour.
Okay.
And on the right hand, I should calculate the miles. I think 120 miles or something like that. But this is more curves and you have more hills,
Yeah,
and it's more flat.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like this on the television.
No.
Because you have no idea where you're going to end up over the brow of the hill.
Yeah.
Well, when they see this video, they have. I saw in your screen winter tires, maximum 60 miles an hour.
Hey, where did you see that?
On your screen there.
On here? Or?
Yeah.
Right.
Is there a smaller track over there for?
There's a rally track over there.
Track. Okay.
On the hillside there, we use 4-wheel drive Subaru Imprezas for our rally school. Switch that off.
Yeah.
You have to come up.
So we use, you'll see over on the hillside there, it's actually concrete, that rally stage, and it's very tight and twisty. But they have Scottish Championship rally events here as well, where they use some of the circuit and some of the dirt sections as well. And there's one of our instructors trying to rescue that chap and get him going again.
Yeah.
So like I say, we have the British touring cars, we have the British superbikes here,
Yeah.
but there's also a pretty healthy Scottish Championship for cars and bikes racing here every second weekend.
Yeah.
We run voucher days like this where members of the public come along and drive our cars, sometimes bring their own cars and bikes.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of track days as well, where people come along with their own bikes. They get they pay a nominal fee, get a safety briefing, and then get out on the track.
Nice.
So if you guys want to come back once you've finished touring around the Highlands and kind of book into a track day, you might manage. Have a look at the website, see when they've got track days on,
That's nice.
and you can get on track.
With the motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, we are back on Friday, I think.
Friday, yeah.
And that's a little kart circuit there as well.
Okay, yeah, correct.
You got problems here with loudness, decibel?
No,
No.
because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And compared to some of the English circuits, it's not the same population. We don't have, we've only got a farm building over there and a couple of cottages.
Yeah.
And we communicate with them and keep them happy.
Yeah.
Give them tickets for the big events, and they're quite happy. Touch wood.
Then you won't have many problems.
We don't have the same problems.
No.
A lot of circuits down south are, they've got little villages right next to the circuit. And obviously that's Knockhill itself. So if you guys are doing any filming, if you want to do a little piece to camera or anything, then having the hill in the background is what everybody recognises as Knockhill.
Yeah.
Is it also possible to drive that road?
No.
Hill, or is
No.
it closed?
I asked.
Oh, okay.
It's closed.
So.